What's going on, everybody? It's Barkley Outdoors here, and today we are going to be talking about arrows. In particular, we are going to be talking about the Stalk Archery. We'll put a link in the description to their page, but I just got a sample pack of their arrows in the mail, and these things are awesome. Not to keep you on edge until the end of the video when I tell you whether or not I really liked them. They're sweet. A lot of the problems that I've encountered with cheaper arrows in the past, really inconsistent spining. They didn't pass a roll test very well. A lot of pretty common kind of QC issues that you see with cheaper arrows do not have with these. Now, don't get me wrong; these aren't bargain bin arrows by any means. But what I'm comparing them to is what I've been using all summer and leading up to this season, which was the Easton 5mm FMJs. The Legend series, and so these things are pricey, especially once you get aluminum or tungsten half outs, and then you've got nocturnals or luminox, and before you know it, you're looking at like $20 an arrow. Let alone once you start once you start adding the broadhead price into that. So that is what I'm comparing it to. That and my use of the 6mm and 5mm Easton Axis. So QC on these, they look great. Really, common markings, all the stuff. GPI. I got some 300 spine, and those are 10.9 grains per inch. And for a 5mm without any sort of aluminum in there. I mean, they're pretty heavy for being carbon. All things considered, those FMJs are 12. But another reason I'm looking at going back to just a all carbon arrow instead of a carbon aluminum or aluminum carbon, depending on which one's inside, depending on the arrow. I'm shooting a 29-inch arrow. It gets kind of freaking difficult to get a higher FOC with a longer arrow shooting 70 to 80 pounds. You put more weight up front, well, then you have to up the spine. But as soon as you start upping the spine, well, increasing spine stiffness, but the number goes down. So whenever you get around that, 250, 260, 300 spine area, you're looking at, dang near 10 to 12 grains per inch, whether you're going with like a combo arrow like an FMJ or just an all carbon arrow like these. So I'm at least trying to, without making the whole thing weigh like 1,000 grains to get, to around 22 to 25% FOC. You're going to end up with a freaking, big 315 grain Ashby broadhead on the front and tungsten half outs and everything else. And you're going to be flinging like 200 feet per second out of your bow. These arrows have me really excited about next year. So they got sent to me in the mail, already cut to length, and they came with the hardware. Not attached, just loose in the case, but I'm sure if you ask, they're really nice guys who run that place. They'd probably install them for like a nominal fee. I put on a knock-on wrap, knock-on AAE Max Hunter fletchings, and I just, went in the dark here, tried a 3 fletch, tried a 4 fletch, And for whatever reason, you know, well, I shoot big single bevel broadheads, and these 4-fletches, they just tune so freaking easy, and they fly straight out of my bow. So, not a real surprise that that worked again on these, but I am so stoked. Long story short, guys, these arrows are fantastic. Once I put on these 75 grain tips, they're flying exactly where my super heavy, like 594 grain heavy FMJs were shooting. And point for point, they're the same from 20 to 60 yards. And I am stacking them like shafts right next to one another sort of accuracy. And we're talking about an arrow that is, you know, $4 to $5 per arrow cheaper. That's pretty huge in the long run. I am super excited to find these guys. They're doing great work. Like I said, this is a carbon weave and a look in an arrow. It is just gorgeous to look at. Like I'll take a picture and kind of put it in the upper right or something, because I'm not going to be able to get this thing to work the way I want it to right now. But man, these things, I'm so happy with these arrows. And they do have some new stuff on the horizon. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to pass on the information that I got the other day while I was talking to one of the guys that works there. But they've got some new stuff coming out turn of the year, and I'm super stoked to try it. The Respect Arrow, 300 spine, 10.9 grains per inch. This thing slocks them right in with the best of them. It is a damn good arrow, and I hope you guys try them. I hope you give these guys a chance. When I actually received the package here at my house, I open it up and I find a little handwritten note that thanks me for this sale and to contact them, like if they have any questions or concerns. And it's like, man, that is awesome. I mean, those are the kind of businesses that I want to spend money with. I know this isn't, you know, the sexiest review in terms of a lot of arrow flying footage and everything else. Like I said, I'll put up what pictures and videos I have. We actually had a SD card accident, and a lot of our footage that we had already shot for this got ruined. So, and due to time constraints, this is what I can do for you guys right now. So, the Stalk Archery, link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment and subscribe. As things get a little less crazy for me, I'll be able to put up some more quality content and have a lot more exciting footage. But thank you guys so much for watching, and let's get outside.